single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey everybody out in social media land, it's me again, and welcome back to I Am Trans. Well, I promised that my next video was going to be my favorite things, and unfortunately I just haven't had time to gather everything up and get it prepared for you. But there were some other great topics that I wanted to do videos on, and so I decided to do one of those today, and that is myths about HRT. Now, before I had a channel, I had a few other blogs, and usually what they would always ask me was, is it true about this or is it true about that? And what I've truly found is that most of them ask the same or very similar questions, and I'm going to give you those in this blog, and hopefully we can smash them and put them to rest that these myths are not true, at least not for the larger part. So let's start with facial hair. A lot of young girls will say, oh, if I start HRT, I won't grow facial hair anymore. Wrong. HRT, there's a great debate. Some believe that it slows it, and I generally agree with that. It doesn't come back as quick, but as far as getting rid of it or thinning it to a large noticeable amount, not gonna happen. The best thing I can tell anyone that's gonna do HRT, and everybody has a different view on HRT and how to start and where to begin. I think, in my opinion, if I knew that I was going to transition before I started HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy, I would seek counseling and get that ball rolling. In some areas of the country, you have to have X amount of letters by a psychiatrist, medical examiner, all that to get your SRS. So get that ball rolling. I always say to start laser before HRT therapy, and here's why. If you haven't started and you haven't slowed it down, a lot of people think that the hormone replacement therapy lightens the facial hair, makes it softer, all those things. So you don't want that for laser. You want that dark, thick hair to be picked up by the laser and killed. So my suggestion is to do laser before you start. Doesn't have to be completed because it's a long process. I usually tell girls it takes like 7 or 8 treatments to really knock it out. And then obviously there's always touch-ups. They say permanent, but you need touch-ups usually. Those are my suggestions. So facial hair, that myth, slam, wrong. Let's move on to HRT hormones will make my shoulders, hands, and feet smaller. No. The feet you have are the feet you're going to die with. Now the debate about shoulders. No, because it doesn't affect your bones. Your bones do not change on hormone replacement therapy at all. But the muscles do change, and your muscles become smaller and less prominent. So in that aspect, yeah, your shoulders could be smaller because of the muscles. But as far as hands, feet, and shoulders overall, no, that's not going to change for you. Adam's apple. They say hormone therapy, or girls believe hormone therapy makes your Adam's apple less prominent. No! No, no, no! I really don't have one. Luckily, many do, some don't. But it's not going to help. What you have is what you have, and there are medical procedures can help you with that. One I always hear is a higher dose of hormones helps your transition move faster. No, it can cause you great medical harm. Girls think, oh, you can literally overdose from taking too many hormones. Fact. You can shut down your liver, do unrepairable damage to your kidneys and liver. Those are facts. So don't pop a whole lot of pills and double up your hormone shots, because literally you're going to pee them out and you're going to damage your kidneys and your liver, and nothing is going to be gained any faster, or you're not going to become softer or more feminine because you've overdosed yourself. Your doctors have dosage limits for a reason. So let you do not give yourself a heart attack, so you do not give yourself a blood clot. There's a whole long list of medical things you can do to yourself by trying to push your transition way further than it's gonna. Your body's only going to do so much each month. Same as your hair. Your hair only grows so much each month. Enjoy your transition. Take your time. Let it happen. It will happen. Does HRT therapy shrink my penis? Well, technically, no, it doesn't. But in theory, because you are not getting erect, and because, or as often, or as easily, and it's laying there flaccid, yes, it appears smaller. In actuality, medically, absolutely not. The really big one, and we're on our final one, is you should never have sex or masturbate while on HRT therapy, because if you ejaculate, you're ejaculating out your medication. Absolutely not true. Not true at all. As a matter of fact, I masturbate 10 times a day. No, I'm kidding. Literally, I'm way too old to even have sex, but I have masturbated. It's safe. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to relieve a whole lot of stress, and you know that the hormones can really some days make you... So, relieve some stress, girl. It is not going to affect your dose at all. Now, I got a lot of questions on what hormone replacement therapy are you on? And obviously, the doctor's year, HRT, different for different people. I am a girl of substantial age. I'm not going to say it. Not the real age, anyway. But they've asked what I take, and so we will show them to you. Spirolactone. And this is 50 milligrams of spirolactone. And I take one pill twice a day. And I take... Ooh, the light. I take progesterone, and I take 1 tablet in the evening, and I was trying to look at what the milligrams is. Oh, it's 100 milligrams. So, that was because I have transitioned before. As I stated in a previous video that I had retransitioned, and this is my 3rd time transitioning. And then I also take Bayer Children's Chewable Aspirin, and that is 81 milligrams, and this is absolutely 100% essential. If you do not take these, you are a foolish, foolish, foolish girl. Hormones cause the red blood cells and thickening of your blood, which can cause blood clots. And I spoke about this in my very first video, that my 2nd time transitioning, I got in a blood clot and had a stroke and was in a wheelchair 8 months, ladies. 8 months. So I'm living proof that estrogen can cause blood clots and can kill you. Be smart. Use a baby aspirin. It's not so hard on your stomach. It'll literally thin your blood so that your odds of clotting are much smaller. Is it still possible? Of course. I'm going to list at the end of the video some places you can find me, like Facebook. You can look up I Am Trans. Twitter the same, I Am Trans, but you do the @ I Am Trans too. Tumblr, it's I Am Trans World, because I Am Trans is already taken. Instagram, I'll post it all for you. Let's stay involved. Let's stay together. Let's I'm really trying to create a movement, and this is not only am I trying to be educational, and I really want to create a movement, and that's why I always say hashtag I Am Trans. And it's not so much that I'm trying to say I am trans, which I am. It's my movement, and I really think that to be visible, you have to come to terms with it. Say it out loud, say it as often as you can, and I'm trying to be visible. And so that's why I've named everything I Am Trans, so that you know I'm trans, and that I'm visible. I'm saying, here I am, I'm out, trans are here to stay. We're really going to create a movement, and that is my hopes with all of this social media stuff, that we can create a movement and be visible and seen, and get the respect, and really stop these trans violence on us. The murder rate is incredibly strong right now, the highest ever. Let's put an end to the end of the movement where people want to kill trans, and I think a lot of it is because of their fears, a fear of the unknown, and that's always been the case. People fear the unknown. Well, if we're putting ourselves out there and you've learned to know us, get to know us, there's an overabundance of us, you no longer fear it because it's a regular part of your life. We really want us to become integrated into society, where we're not a taboo, where we're not something, the unknown you fear. Let's make this movement together. I am trans, and I am Chris Boger. Until next time, see you soon.